the Constitution. So it's not the Constitution that's gone wrong. We have gone wrong in not enforcing this. So that's another one of the issues that I want to open the phones up to discuss with you, but any issue is on the table. The toll-free number to join us today on this Tuesday edition is 800-259-9231. That's 1-800-259-9231, and we will get you up and on the air. But first, before I get into all of this other news and your phone calls, I have another excellent illustration of media propaganda and brainwashing that is going on in our society. When bisphenol A was approved by the federal government back in the 1950s, and out of thousands of different plastic formulas, it was chosen by industry, despite the fact, from my research, it's not even one of the least expensive formulas, to be a hardening agent in plastic. Plastic liners, food containers, the lining of cans, and, of course, soda, pop, as it's called in the Northeast. And in the last 30 years, there have been legions, literally thousands of studies. There have been several hundred published in the last year that bisphenol A is, above all, does a lot of things. It's a hormone disruptor. But it mimics chiefly estrogen. Estrogen being the dominant hormone in the female side of the species Homo sapiens sapien. And so it feminizes boys and hyper-feminizes girls. And there's so much bisphenol A being eaten by humans and seeping into our water supply and into other beverages that when we then urinate and defecate it into the sewage system, that it is then processed and put into reservoirs, that in every major reservoir that's been studied, you have the feminization of male fish and amphibians like frogs. And this is on record worldwide where bisphenol A is used. Leaching of hormones, and that's what birth control does, is it mimics pregnancy so that the woman cannot become pregnant. So they're basically in an artificial pregnancy state. Causes a lot of psychological problems and physical problems. And in all of these studies, they admit that it's causing boys to go into puberty later and to actually overdevelop other hormonal exchanges in the brain, the rest of the body. And girls are going into puberty as young as age 3 and 4, though hundreds of thousands are going into puberty at around age 7. And, of course, the average before the 1950s with bisphenol A was about 13. The average girl went into puberty at about age 13. Same thing for boys. Now the studies show that many Western boys are not even having their testicles drop. That is, they're up inside you almost like ovaries, and they drop down at the onset of puberty until age 15. And boys look and act like little girls. Women are hyper-feminized, and so it massively ages them. Hormones are the main cause of cancer, naturally. You should notice hormonal tissues like the breast, the testicles, the prostate are the most common cancers. That's why sharks don't get cancer. It's impossible because they don't have hormones. They operate on another system. That's why shark cartilage has been found to be a good treatment for many cancers. But I'm digressing, giving you some points of science. The issue here is this is now all coming out, and I've got multiple national newscasts deceiving the viewers and telling the viewers that Girls are going into puberty at age 7 because they're obese, when that has nothing to do with it. We'll be right back.
As many people know, ever since President Nixon took us off the gold standard, the U.S. dollar has been devaluating. What people don't know, however, is how this directly affects your personal finances. Is there a way to prevent your portfolios from losing value? The answer to all of this is gold and silver. They've both maintained their purchasing power for 6,000 years. If you had had $100,000 in cash and $100,000 in gold and silver back in 1913 and kept them both until now, your cash would actually have the buying power of only $4,800, but your gold and silver would have the buying power of $3 million. The answer to protecting your assets is simple. Call me, John Ballman, today at 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Get all your questions answered before your money is worth zero. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 169. Take action today while we still accept paper dollars for gold. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 169.
And now for another exciting minute from Life Change Tea. To all our Life Change Tea customers, it's sale time. Buy 3, get 1 free. Buy 3 packages of Life Change Tea and get 1 package absolutely free. Now to all of you that have not tried Life Change Tea, here's your chance. Buy 3, get 1 free. Clean toxins and chemicals inside your body. Lose inches off your waist, and you could lose that excess weight that's been driving you crazy. And with our buy 3, get 1 free sale, it's a great time to order. So here's how. Log on to getthetea.com. That's getthetea.com. Look for our special, or you can call us at 928-308-0408. That's 928-308-0408. It feels good to be clean, and it feels good to lose weight, and it really feels good to save money. So order now at getthetea.com.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic
is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films.
We all know that the Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 4 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water systems. The revolutionary Berkey light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and re-cleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels, and removes harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 Sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping, an $87 value, yours free, but only for a limited time. Just call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653 now to order. That's 1-877-886-3653, or order online now at GoBerkey.com. That's GoBerkey.com today.
So in the last week, with 4 states banning bisphenol A in baby bottles and baby food packaging, it already leaches into the food out of the containers, but when you microwave them in the containers, it gives you massive doses. They also admit that just a little bit of the chemical off of printer receipt ink that's used by more than 40% of major retailers is enough to reduce the fertility of men, increase cancer in men and women. This is bisphenol A. Meanwhile, I have a CNN clip from over the weekend that we posted up on Infowars.com where they've got a doctor on there arguing with another doctor saying there's no evidence it's ever caused a problem, despite the fact there are literally hundreds of studies a year. They are in the thousands overall. Now, CBS News, ABC News, NBC News, they all said it's obesity in girls that is causing this. And they said that's why we need federal controls and basically take people's children from them when they're overweight. So they let them sell you corn syrup. They let the companies line things in bisphenol A, put MSG in it, aspartame. All of this causes serious health problems and obesity. And all the studies, they know full well it kills the guinea pigs, kills the monkeys with the aspartame, the MSG. They know. And they create the crisis and then come out and say, why are our girls going to puberty at 7? And, of course, in England and the United States, when you bring your girl in, when she's 5, 6, 7, 8 years old going to puberty, they give you hormones to block those hormones, which then screw your daughter up even more. And there's no discussion about the feminized boys. And all of it attacks fertility. But I did find several mainstream news articles that did tell the truth. One was in the Kansas City Star, kansascity.com. Study finds puberty arriving early in girls. And it went on to say many scientists believe chemicals in the environment need to be studied like bisphenol A that act like estrogen. Bisphenol A is used in many plastics, food packaging, and even dental sealants. And so they go on to tell the truth and say the scientists and researchers are saying bisphenol A. But I watched all these different newscasts last night and this morning that were aggregated on YouTube. We have them linked up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. And they said, you're eating too much. That's what's making you go into puberty. That has nothing to do with it. And they know that. So they will not tell you what the problem is. And it's despicable. Here's a few minutes of an NBC piece.
Good evening, I'm Ann Curry in for Brian Williams tonight as a new study published today reveals stunning and alarming findings about the health of our daughters. According to the study of more than 1,200 children, a significant number of girls are now showing signs of puberty as young as 7 years old. With these findings, the researchers are raising concerns that our girls will be at greater risk for behavioral problems, perhaps even breast cancer in the future. In a moment, we'll be talking to a leading pediatrician about what parents can do, but we begin now with NBC's Rahema Ellis.
The results are startling. More than 1,200 girls between the ages of 7 and 8 from New York, Cincinnati, and the San Francisco Bay Area were part of the study. The findings reported in today's Journal of Pediatrics reveal that while the average age of the onset of puberty is 10 or 11, 15% of the girls showed signs of puberty at 7 years old. Among them, 10% of white girls, twice as many as in a 1997 study, but 15% of Hispanic girls and 23% of African-American girls. Early development is a risk.
That's enough. And then they just go on to say it's because you're fat. If you inject estrogen or drink it or take it as pills, you will gain weight. And in all these studies, it says bisphenol A causes obesity, organ damage. It massively increases cancer, not just breast cancer. I mean, why do they tell 55-year-old women who go into menopause that now they probably shouldn't take estrogen replacement? Because it massively increases cancer risk. They know what's going on. So they have a estrogen simulant that is in almost all foods. Now, if you look at the other studies, and you can pull these up side by side of Hispanics and blacks, they tend to be poorer. They tend to eat more junk food than whites. Whites are becoming poor now, so you see their number doubling. But how do you get 20+% of black children having this problem? Why do you have 15% of Hispanics having this problem? Because they're eating more junk food with the bisphenol A. And they know full well what's going on. And when we come back, I'll show you a doctor who's part of a big consortium telling you that she has no evidence bisphenol A is bad. But in the article Matt Ryan put together, he linked to all these mainline studies that conclusively show breast cancer, obesity, early onset of puberty in girls, feminization of boys.
We're on the